Bonjour mes étudiants, c'est moi, c'est Monsieur Woodward, ça va? Ça va? Moi ça va très très bien parce que c'est lundi et j'ai célébré le week-end. Moi je ne fais pas beaucoup de choses. J'ai dormi pendant le week-end, j'ai mangé au restaurant italien pendant le week-end. J'ai fait une promenade avec mon chien Raider, je fais une promenade avec mon chien. Et voilà, je ne fais pas beaucoup de choses. Alors, so real quick, I want to do a video on Google Translator. Why? Because some of you are starting to turn in assignments that require more than just bonjour, bonjour, ça va, ça va. So I wanted to make sure you're aware of how important it is that we really avoid Google Translator. What I have right here, I'm going to just start off with what I have. So we have a very basic sentence. His dog is nice, but your dog isn't. Now, if you notice what Google Translator did, well, even if you don't know the vocabulary, that's okay. What Google Translator did was it did son chien est agréable, mais votre chien est pas. Now, obviously, if you're French, you know what that means, but I'm going to tell you what it did. A couple things it did incorrect here. One is it took the word agréable, which is an adjective for like enjoyable, as in like it's nice, it's enjoyable, which is nice. In English, that means nice. In French, it means like completely opposite of what we, not the opposite, but it doesn't mean exactly what we want. It's saying like it's enjoyable. We're not saying the dog is enjoyable. We want to say the dog is nice in terms of personality. So right there, it translated something literally as opposed to figuratively, which is why we're already off to a bad start with Google Translator. Then we keep going with mais votre chien. Now this could be either votre or ton. If you're French 2 or 3, you probably understand that, but we don't know for sure we want to say votre here. So there's another mistake, possible mistake. Then we have chien et pas. Now we want to have the negative, so we would want to have n'est pas sympa. Again, if you're French 1, you're not going to understand all the French here, and that's okay. What I'm showing you is just how in a very, very basic sentence, there's quite a few errors in the Google Translator. One other one is a very simple sentence. My feet hurt. Pretty easy, right? You wouldn't think Google Translator would mess it up. It says, it took it as mes pieds me font mal. And en français, we don't say that. You would say j'ai mal aux pieds. And you would never use possessive for talking about your body parts. But what I'm trying to show you most importantly is Google Translator is literal. Alright, and you don't speak the language literally, so you really want to avoid using them. Also, most importantly, it is Ed Atcham's Academy, a policy that if you're using it, it's considered plagiarism. First time's a warning, but then it gets more serious for second time, where we give you zeros and start contacting your school. And we don't want to have to do that because it's not necessary. Keep in mind, though, especially if you're French 1, and this is this thing even in my own school with my students that I teach in my actual classroom. You have to remember you're not expected to speak French at the same level you speak English. You have a long way to go. So when it asks you something like describe yourself, it's not asking you to say like I'm a very enthusiastic and vivacious person who enjoys to be out with my friends on Saturday afternoon at the park. We really enjoy skateboarding. Like, no, you don't know the words for that. So when it asks you to do something like introduce yourself, what we're looking for is the core vocabulary that you're being taught. So, bonjour, je m'appelle Monsieur Woodward. J'ai 27 ans. Je suis américain. Je suis de Gettysburg, mais j'habite à Baltimore. Et voilà, just simple. It's not necessarily always complicated, all right? We're not out to get you in terms of the language. We're trying to teach you the language. So I want to make sure you realize that the Google Translator is not an effective tool to use, and it's not helping you. It's incorrect, first of all, and second of all, it's not helping you learn. All right, so make sure you have all the vocabulary you need in the modules. Really take the time to do the modules, and I gave you guys some personal one-on-one feedback over the weekend. Make sure you read that because it gives you some great advice in terms of taking notes, taking your time in the modules, and always, 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 always ask help if you don't understand. I'm always here, and those of you that have asked for help have noticed I do respond pretty quickly, so if you have help, please ask. Alors, merci beaucoup. Maintenant, je vais faire une promenade avec mon chien. Je vais faire une promenade avec mon chien. Il est là. Ça, c'est Beric. Il est là. Et ça, c'est Raider. Ils sont fatigués. Alors, merci. Au revoir.